Hello, and welcome to another video. This video we're going to go over some Sentinel concentration, which is Fury Marauder. We're running the AoE Raging Burst only on Sentinel because it double the AoE radius than it is on Marauder. So if you're ever going to run the AoE talent, play Sentinel, otherwise don't run it. The critical chance one is pretty good, but you still crit a decent amount even without taking it, so, you know, I like the little extra AoE. It looks really cool, it's very pretty on the screen, and Sentinel just, that ability on Sentinel just looks really good. Not really sure what happened to my character when I obliterate, and I got knocked back at the same time. I was trying to save my predation for as long as I can, because I know that if he wants to knock me off, obviously it's one of his best plays, because he is playing marksman. I wanted to save it for this situation, and I'm hugging this thing here, so no matter what he does, he can't really get a knockoff on me. So that ends up just being terrible for him. It's not really worth it for him to pop all of his defenses. I don't think he did, mostly just because, you know, marksman's not that great into a lot of classes unless it's taking a roll ambush, and then even then it's a little bit more effort than probably most people want to do when they're playing AV8s, but you know, I don't blame him. I have a lot of defense chance, which can basically nerf a lot of his damage. This Vanguard doesn't seem to be very interactive with his like gameplay at all, so I kill this operative and get pretty much a free kill on this. Nice, his plasma. He's not really using his abilities, so I don't know. You find people like this every now and then. It's always an interesting experience. I don't really understand where these people come from, but I imagine his experience, like from his point of view, the game is much more different. So I don't think much of it. Camo here, just so he can't get a leap back on me, and I do get a ghost cooldown here. I'm trying to obliterate, but it didn't go off, so I end up raging burst anyway. But that's fine. I still had to kill. I also noticed that the assassin is playing Hatred. So if you want a quick rundown of my defensives, I have Cloak of Pain, which is 20% damage reduction. That's my best defensive. It works against everything. Lasts for 30 seconds if I'm being hit the whole time. Camouflage, my second best. 6 seconds duration, it cleanses, and when I'm in it, I take 50% reduced damage. So if I have anything on me lingering when I'm in it, I'll take reduced damage, and then on top of that, it obviously gives me stealth, so that's really good. And then we have Saber Ward, which is 3-minute cooldown, gives us 25% level absorb and 50% defense chance. Again, if you guys want to learn more about defenses and defensive management, I do have a video dedicated to it. But other than that, we're just kind of like saving our Saber Ward for situations where we need healing and CC immunity, but also just some damage reduction. It's not really damage reduction, but it's like defense chance, so chances of not getting hit. Unless it's yellow damage. And then Cloak of Pain is pretty much our go-to use all the time ability because it's such a low cooldown and it's such a huge help if I'm taking any damage at all. In the way that I'm playing, since I have semi-range, I try to abuse the semi-range that I have to try to maintain at least a 4-meter range gap. So a lot of classes have 4-meter abilities, for example, concealment, and some of Hatred Assassin, and even like PT, I guess, which should be Stock Strike. This Vanguard, this situation, this guy has Stock Strike, but he's not really using it. So if you keep that little bit of extra range when you're trying to mitigate damage a little bit more, it makes it harder for them to basically hit every single ability on you. And most of your abilities are about 10 meters, so it's perfect. I don't know why he doesn't stop me from regenning there. Pretty much just sealed his fate there. He could have stopped me and maybe did a little bit more, but I guess at that point he probably was like, oh, screwed. Though I suppose he probably could have figured that out as he was running there. Maybe he just didn't want to bother me. Personally, I don't care. You want to hit me, it's totally fine. I know a lot of people want to hit me or kill me or make sure that, you know, my game may not be that good just by telling me to make sure that you don't get into one of my videos. I don't make videos to embarrass anybody or anything like that. I'm here trying to be malicious. Everybody has situations where, hey, it's your off day, you just wanted to chill, and you faced me. And it's not like I'm like super try hard about everything. I just play normally. I don't know how to describe it. Once you understand everything about the game, it's kind of hard to regress, I guess would be the word. So it's very, very difficult for me to, one, regress, but two, play at a lower level. I pretty much will always stay at this level, and it's never going to really change unless I take a long time off, or I change my keybinds, or find a way to severely hinder myself. So this isn't me trying, but this is rather me just playing normally. A lot of people are like, oh, try hard, but it's not true. It's really not true. If I was to try hard, it would be a lot different. I wouldn't get off the meta specs. I would pretty much stick to APPT, Lethality operative, probably sorcerer every now and then. And I would make sure that I probably play with people. There's certain people that pretty much only play with tank heal. If I really wanted to be try hard, I would do that. But it's really not that serious. I played some matches today, and I noticed a lot of people were just having a major defeatist attitude towards PvP, like as a whole. There were so many AFKers today that it was not fun. There's no other word to really put it. I did have like a 21k concentration round in Swtor, and then the second round pretty much everybody was hiding, so the second round ended up being 16k, and ended up just being a boring 18k DPS match. I was going to upload that if it actually hit 20, but it didn't because they all hid. They pretty much gave up after the second round. There was a pre-made on our team, but it was only a tank and healer. So it's just like any time that people feel like there's a pre-made, they just stop playing. So the first match I played today, when I got on, there was a person that was complaining, oh, enemy team, pre-made, blah, blah, blah. There was no pre-made on the enemy team. Our teams were relatively matched in terms of like skill and ability to play. I mean, obviously maybe I was a little bit higher, but I was playing an F tier spec. So in my mind, I see it as more even than anything because I was definitely very killable. I wasn't able to do so much damage that would become impressive. So I didn't understand where this guy was coming from. And then he AFK'd for the entire match. I called him out on it, and then afterwards we went to Fleet. And I think somebody got an argument with me over it. Thinking I'm siding with pre-mades or something. And I'm like, I really just don't get people anymore. It's like, you can't defend people that are AFKing in Warzones. If you want to AFK in Warzones, I don't know, man. Like, I get that the game kind of rewards it, but please don't grief other people. It's not cool. It's not fun. People want a PvP to have fun, and you're just kind of ruining the experience for everybody else. Especially with the meta of today, damage is relatively high and time to kill is pretty fast. So when you go into a situation where there's a numbers advantage, it's really different. Things will be much worse. So for example, if you go into, this guy just runs off, it's hilarious. He's like, alright, yeah, this isn't happening, I'm out, peace, see you later. But it really gets rough, right? And a lot of people get discouraged, and I understand the defeatist attitude, and I can sympathize with it, but there's no reason that you should grief your own teammates and AFK. If you can't mentally handle it, you should really just leave the Warzone and stop playing. There's nothing wrong with that. I know some matches will just be bad. That's why we get the leave option. Got the log out option. You don't have to play the game. And I wish a lot of people would realize that. It's a game. It's meant to be played for fun. Sometimes games tend to be fun that day. Maybe play something else. Even I take breaks from the game. Sometimes I'll get on and I'll play a couple games and they'll be bad. So I'll go play something else for a bit and I'll come back. And if it's still bad, I just won't play for the rest of the day. That's just how it goes for me. It doesn't mean that I don't enjoy the game, because I do. It's just, sometimes players are players. I don't know how to explain it. So if you ever find anybody AFKing, please get them to stop. And if they do want to just not play because there's pre-made or something else, just ask them to leave. Other than that, if you guys have any questions about concentration, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll be more than happy to help.